Some of the media says I'm offensive. I'm okay with that. If I get to live in their minds rent-free, that's kind of cool. Hey, look, for the last 3.5 years, I wake up every morning pissed off about what this administration did. This is the most secure border in my lifetime. I've worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan, and every president I worked for took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have strong national security if you don't have border security. We didn't know who's coming in, what's coming in, where it's coming in. No one's better than President Trump. He was one badass president who secured the border at unprecedented levels. Illegal immigration at a 45-year low. Illegal immigration down 83 to 90%. Extraordinary work. Joe Biden is the first president in history of this nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose. Not by mismanagement, not by incompetence. They unsecured the border by design. The first day I smiled when President Trump won this election. I woke up the next morning, I was happy. I smiled for the first time in a long time. Then I got angry again. Because even though they lost the election, they're still moving thousands of illegal aliens in this country. CBP One app still running. They're selling pieces of the border wall, for God's sakes.
I remember looking at a old video of Biden, and he literally echoed the exact same sentiment that Tom Homan is echoing in right now. And that zero nations are secure, are in a good space, unless you can secure your borders. Biden said this, Hillary Clinton said it, Obama implemented it, and then Trump, he really put it to rest. Like, he went hard. And it is disappointing because those of us that have been paying attention and not asleep at the wheel for the entirety of this administration that we're in currently, that hopefully is over the next 20-something days, we watched them dismantle everything that we knew about immigration in one fell swoop. It wasn't even questionable. Like, they clearly was intentionally letting people over here by the millions. And it was like they was sabotaging us, and now they're continuing to sabotage Trump because they're still letting a whole lot of people over here into this country undocumented. And it's crazy. They're not even showing up to have a conversation about the spending bill. They just letting people in relentlessly. And I'm still trying to figure out what the play is.
That you, the American taxpayers, paid for at a hefty price, and now we got Biden again.
Yep.
There is no smooth transition. They're going to destroy this country up to the last day they're in the Oval Office. But I got news for them. January 20th, the greatest president in my lifetime is going to walk into the Oval Office and take this country back.
That's about time.
President Trump called me a few Fridays ago and says, okay, you've been bitching about the border for 4 years. You want to come fix it?
Do something about it.
I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah. You got to truly love this country to do something like this.
I got to learn how to retire. This is the second time I got unretired to come back for this president. But I love this president because he loves this country. I love this president because he wants to secure the border. I love this president because the securing the border saves lives. Yeah. What Joe Biden did by unsecuring the border is this. Sex trafficking, up over 600%. Known as suspected terrorists, people on the terrorist watch list, well over 300 apprehended. President Trump, in 4 years, we had 13.
It's crazy.
We ended catch-release. Joe Biden's released at least 8 million illegal aliens in this country in violation of federal law. And I said it before, for the millions of illegal aliens that have been released in this country in violation of federal law, you're going home, and Tom Homan's going to make sure that happens.
And you got to have people like Tom Homan, because people like Tom Homan truly loves this country. I mean, he loves this country so hard. And that's who the people that you want. You need people that don't have an ulterior motive to doing what they want to do. You need people that truly care about the country. You need people. You know, I was listening and I was paying attention to the fact that an illegal migrant from Guatemala set a woman on fire inside of New York City. Set a woman on fire on a train in New York City in the subway. An illegal migrant burned a woman up to death. Who's responsible for that? Who take accountability for that?
Think about this for a moment, what they did. They created the biggest national security vulnerability this nation's ever seen. I already said they arrested over 300 people on the terrorist watch list. Well, there's over 2 million known gotaways. Why did 2 million people pay more to get away? Why didn't they pay less to be turned over to the Border Patrol, be released within 24 hours, get a free airline ticket to the city of their choice, get a free hotel room at $500 a night, get 3 square meals a day, get free medical attention, and get work authorization within 120 days? Why did they pay more not to take advantage of this free giveaway program? Because they didn't want to be vetted. They didn't want to be fingerprinted. These are your gang members. These are the ones carrying fentanyl across the border. And these are people from terrorist-related countries.
Yep.
After 9/11, we created all these databases. You got the FBI screening database. You got the DOD intel database. You got the visa security program, which stopped thousands of people from getting a visa to come to the United States like the terrorists of 9/11 did. So we vet them now, and we vet through the process. You don't get a visa if we find derogatory information in your background. But what terrorist today is going to put himself in a position to ask for a visa or ask for an airline ticket when he can simply go to Mexico and be a part of that 2 million gotaway?
And more. Or Canada. Or you could just be a part of the CBP one. Or you could just fly over here like they did all of the Haitians that they put over in Springfield, Ohio. You could just do any one of those things. Any one of those things. If you were a person that was waiting for your chance to get inside of America, the last 4 years was a haul for you, like you was doing an Amazon or a Temu haul.
I don't know how many terrorists cross this border under Joe Biden, but someday we're going to find out. And it's going to be a bad day for America. When that happens, we're going to have one badass president in the White House, and that's Donald Trump, who's going to make sure we respond appropriately. People always ask me why I take this so seriously, and people say, Tom Homan's a racist, Tom Homan's a national. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
That's how you need them, just like that.
Why do I care? I care because I stood in the back of a tractor trailer with 19 dead aliens that suffocated and baked to death, including a 5-year-old little boy that died in his father's arms. Throughout my career, I've seen tragedies, held dying children. I've seen dead aliens on the trail. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 years old that were raped multiple times by criminal cartels. They're animals. When you look into a little girl's eyes, 9 years old, and who had adults take everything innocent and pure from her, you look in those eyes, and those eyes have no life in them. Her life will never be the same. That's what pisses me off, because President Trump had us locked down.
And you know what the funniest part about this whole situation is that the Biden administration act like they never did nothing. They basically enabled the cartels to continue this whole behavior. I would say that President Biden could quite possibly go down as one of the worst presidents of all time. As one of the worst presidents, certainly in my lifetime. I mean, he was so bad. He is so bad. He is, and then they want to talk about a peaceful transition of power. Ain't nothing peaceful about the way that they absolutely destroying the United States of America on their way out the door. It's bad.
He had it locked down. And this administration came in and unlocked it. People die on the border every day.
This dude is pissed off.
Women are sex trafficked in this country every day. That's why I'm pissed off. And that's why the best day of my life was President Trump getting reelected to save lives. A secure border saves lives. It isn't rocket science. I get fired up all over again. You Trump, Trump, Trump. That's right. President Trump's going to make this country safe again. President Trump's going to make our border great again. President Trump's going to decrease illegal migrant crime at unprecedented rates because out of the gate, day one, we're going to focus on public safety threats and national security threats. They're first. They're coming first. And Tren de Agua, your days are numbered. My gang's bigger than your gang. And we're going to take you out of the country. We're going to port you out of here. Who do you think you are coming to the greatest nation on earth and victimizing Americans in this country? Your days are numbered. You're number one on the list. MS-13, you're right behind them. To the sanctuary cities who want to attack me every day so you can put roadblocks up, you're not going to assist us. Shame on you. Shame on any elected representative, any congressman, council person, any mayor, any governor who don't want to remove public safety threats from your community.
That's crazy.
And they're here illegally. That is your number one responsibility, is protect your communities. So if you're not going to do it, President Trump and ICE will.
It is insane how they doing people.
The mayor of Chicago, not a real bright guy, says Tom Homan isn't welcome in Chicago. Well, guess where Tom Homan's going to be day one? Chicago, Illinois. You don't want me there? Come get me. The people of Chicago have spoken. I went there a few weeks ago. The black community's upset. The whole community's upset because violent crime is up, and millions of dollars in public services are being given to people who are not supposed to be here. Meanwhile, the tax-paying community that is in a bad way because the Biden administration's economic plans, they're getting robbed every day by giving millions of dollars to people that aren't supposed to be here. That's not the way it's supposed to be, folks. It's not okay to be in this country illegally.
I agree.
It's not okay to enter this country illegally. It's a crime to enter this country illegally. Now, let me continue to educate sanctuary cities. You want to not help? Fine. Shame on you. If you don't want to protect your communities, shame on you. But we're going to do it for you. You're not going to stop me. We're coming. So put up all the roadblocks you want, because we'll knock them down.
Chicago, y'all should be happy that you got people that's acting on y'all behalf. Even though y'all voted wrong, y'all still stayed blue, and y'all wanted to continue to ruin y'all communities. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. They coming for Chicago, baby.